The US presidential election between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump hinges heavily on a few key swing states: Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and potentially Arizona, Georgia, and North Carolina. Each candidate's standing fluctuates in these states because of demographic shifts, historic voting patterns, and critically, the candidate's own messaging around contentious topics like immigration, women's rights, minority engagement, and so on. Trump's reliance on divisive rhetoric, such as recent derogatory remarks directed at Puerto Ricans, not by him, of course, may hinder his ability to maintain inroads with Hispanic voters, especially in states like Pennsylvania, where Puerto Rican voters could play a pivotal role. Harris has faced similar complications. Her efforts to galvanize women voters around abortion rights and autonomy are resonant, yet polls indicate a significant gender divide. While Harris polls strongly among women, her appeal to male voters is weaker compared to past Democratic candidates, as evidenced by her underperformance relative to Clinton in 2016. Notably, her campaign may benefit from Roe versus Wade's repeal, energizing women voters who view reproductive rights as crucial. However, Harris must tread carefully to avoid alienating other demographic segments essential for a broader coalition, especially as her polling among black and Hispanic voters shows vulnerabilities compared to Biden's base in 2020. Atlas Intel and other accurate polling sources reflect a cautious optimism for Harris, but underscore that Trump's momentum has slightly increased. Moreover, Republicans enjoy an edge in early voter registration, which might point towards a voter turnout advantage in states like Arizona, a must-win for Harris. Early voting data in Arizona suggests Republican turnout advantages, and similar trends may follow in states like Nevada and Georgia. Polling skepticism remains high. Some analysts argue that left-leaning pollsters have historically inflated Democratic leads only to adjust closer to Election Day, a tactic suspected to create false momentum. From an electoral map perspective, Harris can lose Georgia and Arizona if she holds on to Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. So the battle for Pennsylvania, with its substantial 19 electoral votes, becomes essential here. And given the tight nature of the polls, this state could decide the election if Harris carries it and maintains other Democratic strongholds. Trump's confidence, bolstered by favorable early voting metrics and robust support among white, non-college educated men, suggests a slight advantage, yet he remains vulnerable to demographic shifts and potential backlash over his inflammatory language. I mean, all that said, his driving of the garbage van, rather like his encounter in McDonald's, was a brilliant piece of political theatre and humorous in a way that you don't normally see in an election. While Trump's strategy capitalizes on populist themes and anti-establishment rhetoric, Harris's success may ultimately depend on her ability to energize key demographics and convert outrage over reproductive rights into turnout. Both campaigns are operating in an environment of profound polarization, where voter turnout and minute shifts among undecided voters will be decisive. In my assessment, the race remains Trump's to lose, yet Harris could pull off an upset if she solidifies her Rust Belt foothold and counters Trump's influence in Pennsylvania. I did a video yesterday, I think, in which I was looking at YouTube videos and recent newspaper articles which were suggesting that Harris had pulled ahead. She may have done, but she has to pull ahead significantly more to be sure of a win on November the 5th. And I think in the last week or so, Trump has certainly got the edge. As I say, it's Trump's to lose, and he may well.